Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Yeji, like Yeji, and my channel is all about saving money while traveling because let's be real, traveling can get really expensive. So if you don't have to spend any money, why would you, right? And if that sounds interesting to you, let's be internet besties and consider subscribing below, and let's get into today's video. Today I wanted to talk about Delta Airlines, and oh my goodness, I feel like I haven't ridden Delta in so long just because I'm based out of DFW now, and of course American is like the major hub here. But when I was in college, actually I used to fly Delta a lot just because I was based in Iowa and Des Moines, like they call it international airport, but there were no international flights at the time. This was like 15 years ago. So I always had to fly from Des Moines to either Minneapolis and fly Delta that way, or fly to Chicago and fly United if I was traveling like outside the US internationally, because at the time I was an international student. And a lot has changed. I mean, of course, it's been like so many years, right? And the credit card system changed a lot. And I personally think that it's better now than it was before, just because Amex has like great Delta cards. And I wanted to get into that today. Before we get into the credit cards though, I wanted to talk about like Delta SkyMiles. So they have something called medallion, and like that's kind of like their currency. So however many dollars you spend, if you spend $1, you would get like one medallion, and that's the Delta currency that they use. And Delta has 5 memberships. The first being is like basic. If you sign up as a member, then you get the basic membership. Then comes the silver, and you would get 7 points for every dollar you'd spend. Gold would give you 8 points for every dollar you spend. Platinum will give you 9 points for every dollar you spend. And diamond will give you 11 points, or miles I should say, for every dollar that you spend. And of course, the higher you climb, the more benefits you have. For instance, if you have the silver medallion benefit, you get complimentary upgrades, priority boarding, as well as waived baggage fees. You also get preferred rate on Clear Plus membership. If you're a gold medallion member, you would get unlimited complimentary upgrades. You'd get access to Sky Priority Suite services. You would get same day like confirmed fees waived. And you'd also get the preferred rate on Clear Plus membership and more. And for instance, the Platinum will also get you unlimited complimentary upgrades. You would also get customizable choice benefit, as well as the preferred rate on Clear Plus membership. If you're a Diamond Medallion member, you would get access to a lot more. For instance, the choice benefits are 4 global upgrade certificates or 8 regional upgrade certificates. You get $500 American Express statement credit. If you have an American Express credit card, you get 6,000 Starbucks stars. You get the Delta Sky Club executive membership. You'd get an extra $2,000 medallion qualification dollars. That helps you qualify for the next year. So of course, being the highest tier on Delta is going to get you a lot more than the other tiers. And if you're interested in the program, you can always go to the Delta website and look more into detail, because I just briefly touched upon it. But now let's get into the fun stuff, which is the credit cards. Delta is partnered with American Express, and so you do have to follow the American Express application rules, which is basically a once in a lifetime rule. If you open up one card, you can't get a bonus on the same card like throughout the lifetime pretty much. And you can only get one bonus within the family of cards. So for instance, within the family of Delta, if you open up one Delta card and you get the bonus for that, you can't get another bonus on another Delta card because you already got the bonus on the first Delta card. And those 2 cards are within the Delta family. And the same applies to other Amex cards. So you just gotta watch out and make sure that you open the card when you think the welcome bonus is going to be the highest, because once you open that, you won't get a welcome bonus again. And before we get into the credit cards, I wanted to mention that I won't be talking about the welcome bonuses today because they always change. And by the time you watch this video, it would most likely have changed. So there's no point in me talking about it, right? So let's get into the first card, which is the Delta SkyMiles Blue card. And this card is a $0 annual fee card. And it gives you 2x on dining at restaurants, including takeout and delivery. And this is only applicable in the United States. You also get 2x on Delta purchases if you make those purchases directly with Delta, and you get 1x on all other purchases. You also get 20% back on in-flight purchases, and because it's a travel card, there's no foreign transaction fees. So because this is a no annual fee card, the multipliers are pretty basic. I mean, I would even say it's low. This is one of those cards where you would get a higher tier card, and if you no longer need the high tier card, then you would downgrade it to this no annual fee card just to keep your points alive. The next card I wanted to talk about is the Delta SkyMiles Gold, and this has a $0 annual fee the first year, but starting the second year, you'll be charged $150. And with this card, you also get 2x on dining at restaurants and takeout in the US. You get 2x on groceries, also in the US. You get 2x on Delta purchases if you made purchases directly with Delta, and you get 1x on all other purchases. And with this card, you get $200 Delta flight credit if you spend $10,000 on a calendar year. You also get 15% off on your award miles if you redeem them on Delta. You also get $100 Delta stay credit towards prepaid hotels or vacation rentals if you book through the Delta stays on delta.com. You also get the first check back for free, and you get 20% back on in-flight purchases. The next card is the Platinum card with an annual fee of $350. And with this card, you get 3x on Delta purchases, 3x on hotels if you purchase directly from the hotel website, 2x on dining at restaurants including takeout, and that's only in the US. You also get 2x on groceries at US supermarkets, and you get 1x on all other purchases. And with this card, you get 15% off on the award miles that you redeemed. You also get 2,500 medallion qualification dollars to help you qualify for the following year. You also get 1 extra medallion qualification dollar for every $20 you spend on the card. You also get an annual companion certificate, and this can be used as a round-trip flight, and of course you have to pay taxes and fees. You also get $150 Delta stay credit if you book prepaid hotels or vacation rentals on the Delta website. You also get $120 Resi credit, which ends up being $10 each month, and you get $120 rideshare credit, which is also $10 each month. You get your first check back for free, and you get global entry and TSA every 4 years, as well as getting 20% back on in-flight purchases. And the last personal credit card has a whopping annual fee of $650. And with this card, you get 3x on Delta purchases and 1x on all other purchases. So you pretty much don't get anything if you spend it on restaurants or grocery stores. This is a purely travel card. And with this card, you get access to a Delta Sky Club, which is Delta's lounge, and you get up to 15 visits per year. But if you spend $75,000 on this card within a calendar year, you would get unlimited number of visits to the club. You also get complimentary access to the Centurion Lounge when you book your Delta flight with your Reserve card. You get 2,500 medallion qualification dollars to qualify for the following year. You also get an additional 1 medallion qualification dollar for every $10 you purchase on the card. With this card, however, the annual companion certificate is even better than the Platinum. For each year after your renewal, you get a companion certificate on Delta First, Delta Comfort, or Delta main round-trip flight within the US, Mexico, the Caribbean, or Central America. And of course, you have to pay taxes and fees. So pretty much whenever you fly Delta First, you can bring a companion with you to also fly first class with you, which is like amazing in my opinion. You also get $240 Resi credit that ends up being $20 per month. You also get $120 rideshare credit, which ends up being $10 per month. You also get 15% back on your award miles when you redeem them on Delta.com. You get upgraded priority when you fly with Delta. You also get global entry or TSA every 4 years. You get $200 Delta stay credit when you book prepaid hotels or vacation rentals on Delta.com. You get Hertz President Circle status, free check bag. You also get 20% back on in-flight purchases, and you get other benefits such as insurance and so on. Now, those were the 4 personal cards, but Delta has 3 business cards that I want to quickly get into. And these 3 cards are the Gold, the Platinum, and the Reserve. And the business versions are very similar to the personal cards in terms of the benefits that you will get, but the multipliers are a little bit different. As you can see from the chart, the Gold card will get you 2 miles per dollar spent on US shipping, as well as US providers for advertising and select media up to $50,000 a year, and you get 1x on all other purchases. Platinum card gives you 3 miles on purchases made on Delta or purchases made directly with hotels. It also gives you 1.5x miles up to $100,000 per year on combined eligible purchases on transit, which includes rideshares, cabs, US shipping providers, and on single purchases of $5,000 or more. So if you spend a bulk of $5,000, then you'll get 1.5x on that $5,000 purchase. And you get 1x on all other purchases. The Reserve card will give you 3x on Delta purchases, 1.5x on transit as well, such as rideshare, cabs, You also get US shipping providers, US office supply stores, and if you spend $150,000 on the card, all your other purchases are gonna get 1.5x instead of just a regular 1x. These card also gives you Delta stay credit, so depending on your tier, you either get 150, 200, or 250. You get Hertz status. You also get medallions to help you head start for the following year. The Platinum card gives you $120 Resi credit, and the Reserve card gives you $240 Reserve credit. You get $10 each month on rideshare credit if you have the Platinum card or the Reserve card. You get complimentary upgrades if you have the Platinum or the Reserve card, and if you have the Reserve card, you also get access to the Delta Sky Club. But unlike the personal card, with the business card, you get 15 visits per year, and of course, if you spend $75,000 on a calendar year, you get unlimited number of visits. You also get 4 one-time guest passes that you can enjoy with your family. The Reserve card also gives you access to the Centurion Lounge, but if you spend over $7,500 on the year, you can bring up to 2 guests into the lounge with you. Both the Platinum and the Reserve card give you global entry and TSA every 4 years. You also get companion certificate just like the personal cards. You get 15% off on miles redeemed as well. And you get priority boarding in all 3 cards. You would get a Delta flight credit worth $200 on the Gold card, only if you spend $10,000 on the card. All 3 cards give you free check bags. You also get 20% back on in-flight purchases, and you get other benefits as well. I think for most people that frequent Delta are going to be most interested in the Reserve or the Platinum cards. Those 2 cards are expensive in terms of the annual fee, but because they're expensive, they also give you a lot of benefits. So if you add up all the credits on the Platinum card, it ends up being $390. Of course, thinking like you're going to be using all those credits, right? You have to use them all in order to like justify the annual fee. So already you're winning $40 because the annual fee is $350. And on top of that, the second year of you holding the card, they give you a free companion certificate, which like is amazing, right? Like just like having a $350 card, they give you a companion certificate. Like who does that? I think that's so amazing. Now the Reserve card is $650. And if you add up all the credits that it gives you, it actually is only $560. So you're kind of missing out on the $90, but it gets you lounge access. Not only does it get you into the Centurion Lounge, but you can also get into the Delta Sky Lounge, and you get 15 visits per year. So you gotta think, is 15 visits per year worth $90? Now, if you wanna purchase the lounge access by itself, then an individual membership, it's $695 a year. Or if you wanna bring 2 other members with you, then it's $1,495 a year. So, I mean, if you compare that to like $90, then I think the credit card is totally worth it. And that's only assuming that you are enjoying the lounges and you get benefits out of it and so on. So even though the Reserve card doesn't give you any multipliers other than like on Delta flights, which is only 3x, this card is like mainly for lounges. And because it's partnered with Amex, I would say that if you're making purchases, then it's better to spend on like the Platinum card, for instance, to get like 5x on flights versus 3x on the actual Delta card. But you also gotta weigh the pros and cons. Because Delta is a domestic airline, every time you transfer Amex points to Delta, you have to pay fees. So every point you transfer over to Delta, it's gonna cost you $0.0006, which is not a lot if you think about it. But if you're transferring over 50,000 points, then they're gonna charge you $30. Now there is a cap though, so Amex can't charge you more than $99 per transaction. So if you're going to be transferring over a lot of points to Delta, might as well do it all at once so you're not hit with the fees over and over again. So I mean, there is the fact that you can earn more points on Amex side because of the multiplier with the Amex Platinum. But if you're chasing Delta status, then yes, it might be more beneficial for some people to just put the spend on the Reserve card because of that transfer fee. But like I said, it depends on your situation. Your mileage may vary as always. And another thing that I want to touch upon is the annual companion pass it gives you. With the Reserve card, your companion can fly first class with you. And I don't think any other airline gives you that benefit, which that's why I think Delta is very unique, and I kind of wish Delta had a hub here in Dallas, just because I feel like Delta credit cards give you more benefit. And when it comes to business cards, once again, I think it depends on your business spend. If you have a business where you need to ship a lot or you advertise on social media a lot, I think the Gold card is better just because it gives you 2x. But if you make a lot of purchases on office supply stores, then the Reserve card makes more sense because of the 1.x versus you would get a regular 1x on the Gold card. The unfortunate thing about the business cards though is that there's no downgrade path to a no annual fee card. If you have no use for the card, then it's just better off to cancel or just downgrade it to the Gold card. But even so, the Gold card still has an annual fee of $150, right? So you need to do the math and think, is $150 worth it for you? Or is it just better off getting the personal cards and putting your business spend elsewhere? But overall, I think Delta has like some excellent credit cards. I really do think a lot of people can benefit from the personal Platinum or Reserve, even though it's quite expensive just because of the companion certificate. But let's be real, any flight within the US round trip is gonna cost you more than $350. So even without the credits and benefits that the Platinum and the Reserve card gives you, I think just the annual companion pass that it gives you is worth it, just because flights nowadays are so expensive overall. But there you have it. That's my review of the Delta credit cards. If you live near a Delta hub, then I'm jealous because I think these credit cards give you a lot of value. But if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. And if you have any other questions or comments, please leave them down below. And I'll see you guys next time with a different video.